This week on Storyboard, we catch up with Xiaomi India's MD Manukumar Jain and find out about the impact of anti-China sentiment on Xiaomi's business in the coming days. We catch up with Sukesh Nayak, CCO at Ogilvy India, and speak to him about how they managed to come up with such interesting work during the time of the lockdown and what is Ogilvy's strategy in the coming days. And on this week's notice board, we have a TBC for Fortune Chucky Fresh Atta featuring brand ambassador Akshay Kumar. Hello and welcome to Storyboard. This is Shibani Gharat. COVID-19 pandemic and remote working has brought great hope for tech companies. Many are lining up new products one after the other, and some are coming up with newer product lines. Xiaomi is one such player that entered the laptop market in India with its new Mi Notebook 14 and Mi Notebook 14 Horizon editions. Also, they recently launched their AirDots S earbuds. At one end, business looks good for the company, but on the other, they have to also deal with the nationwide anti-China sentiment. How big a concern is it for the business? We are getting this and a few more questions answered as we catch up with Xiaomi India's MD Manukumar Jain. Manu, welcome to Storyboard.
Thank you so much, Shibani.
So, Mi Notebook AirDot-S wireless earbuds, clearly product extension and portfolio extension seem to be the current plan of action for Xiaomi. Can you give us a bit more insight into this?
We started the year by launching few phones, and just before the lockdown got announced, we launched two new phones called as Redmi Note 9 Pro and 9 Pro Max. And then we were about to launch a flagship phone called as Mi 10. As you know, we have two different brands, Mi and Redmi. So we were about to launch a Mi 10 when the lockdown was announced. So we postponed it. Last 1 month, we have launched many new devices in the country. We launched a flagship Mi 10. We launched Mi TWS, Mi Box, which converts a regular TV into a smart TV, Redmi earbuds, and then yesterday we launched a brand new category, which is laptop. We launched two new laptops called as Mi Notebook 14 and Mi Notebook 14 Horizon Edition, which is a flagship series. So pretty busy and very exciting times for us.
Manu, for the earbuds, you also launched a fun campaign, No Strings Attached, with your own employees. Can you give us an insight into that? How did you arrive upon the idea and how was it executed?
If you really think about the market today, everyone uses a earphone or a headphone. But the single biggest problem that people face is that the wire gets entangled. It's very difficult to keep untangling it. So the team came up with this idea that we will use this phrase "no strings attached." It worked really well. If you look at the launch campaign, Anuj, who heads the marketing, and Ankit, who heads the communication, they led this project. And bunch of our team members, about 7, 8 team members participated in this campaign. And the interesting thing is, every single team member shot this video from their home. So they shot the video at home, but we stitched this together, and it became a huge campaign. It was so successful that the largest, if you look at the entire TWS market, true wireless Bluetooth market, it's about 6 lakh units every quarter. And the best selling brand in India has about 15% market share. They sell about a lakh every quarter. And we sold a lakh units in just 1 week. So whatever the best does in a quarter, we crossed that number in a week. So that was the impact of this campaign.
You know, last few months of the lockdown, when the nationwide lockdown was on, you've seen consumers using laptops, smartphones at home more than ever, more than the pre-COVID time at one end. But on the other, there was also restriction on delivery of non-essential goods. What has been the impact on the business, on Xiaomi India's business so far?
Three things. Point number one, during this period, of course, our sales went down because we could not sell anything to any consumer, whether it is in green zone, orange zone, red zone, or containment zone during the lockdown period. Now, of course, starting last few weeks, we've been selling in first in green and orange zones, and now also in red zones. So during that month of April, from March end till May beginning, our sales and everybody's sales went down significantly, which is a huge financial hit. But I think from a long-term perspective, it is fine. Second thing, you are right. The number of times, the number of hours spent on smartphone increased dramatically. In fact, we looked at some of the industry numbers. We found that for active users, the increase was as high as 40 to 50%. On the overall base of smartphones, it was as high, it was 20-30% increase in time spent. For active users like you and me, the time spent was more than 40-50%, because if people had to listen to news, they went to a smartphone. If people were watching videos, movies, they went to a smartphone. If people wanted to do work from home, or students wanted to study from home, again, they wanted a smartphone. So actually, time spent increased a lot. And now what we are seeing is two interesting trends. One is people don't have money because a lot of people are losing jobs, and many companies are not paying salaries on time or reducing salaries. So the spending propensity has gone down. On the other hand, the usage of smartphones has increased, and the number of use cases for smartphones has increased.
You know, with economy in bad shape, consumers facing fear on salary cuts, job losses, do you see a shift towards the budget smartphones and budget flagships in a big way in the coming days?
Absolutely, yes. We think two things will happen. One, if you look at the entire market, about 50% of the market is below 10-11,000 rupees. And then there is another 30-40% of the market, which is between 10 to 20,000 rupees. And above 30,000 rupees, which is the premium market, is about 8-10% of the market. So the premium segment of the market, within this, there are two set of people. People like maybe you and me, who do not get that much impacted by COVID-19. Our jobs are still safe. We are still getting earning money. They will continue to spend. But also a lot of people who are worried in the 20 to 30 segment, they will probably downgrade to something like a 15, 16, 18,000 rupee kind of segment. Similarly, people who are at maybe 12, 15,000 rupees will probably downgrade to maybe 10, 12,000 rupees segment. That's point number one. Point number two, as I mentioned, a lot of youngsters, students, people who are also parents who were earlier not using smartphones, they are now coming and buying smartphones. And their first smartphone is probably going to be an affordable smartphone, not a very expensive one. And hence, we do expect the demand for more affordable and mid premium segments to go up. And maybe as a proportion, the demand for premium segment to go down a little bit this year.
Manu, anti China sentiment has hit the country in a big way. What is the kind of impact of this do you see on Xiaomi's India business?
Okay. First of all, thank you for asking me this question. This is a very important question that we have been trying to answer ourselves. Uh, Whether it will impact or not, I don't know, but I can tell you what is my current thinking. I don't think it will impact our business in any major way. Few reasons. Reason number one, why is this happening? Because people are right now concerned about COVID-19. People are worried. People are really upset because they have to stay at home. They are worried about their jobs, and they need an outlet to complain and to take out this anger on somebody. Second, and the most important part, is that what is Indian? If you look at us, we are in India. We have built an Indian company over last 6 years. Our R&D center product team is here. Our manufacturing is here. We've been able to generate employment for 50,000 people. Our entire leadership team is here in India. Unlike many other companies where the leadership team comes from the base country, if you look at here, me, Murli, Anuj, Raghu, our CFO, India CFO, everybody is an Indian person. The entire team, 50,000, we have 50,000 people here, all are Indians. We pay taxes in India. Everything is Indian. And I think today we have reached a level, Xiaomi globally, that we are present in 90 markets or countries across the world. And in each of the big markets, major markets, we are trying to build a local company which understands the local culture, which hires local leadership and build businesses as per local needs. And that's what we've been doing in
Okay.
India for the last 6 years. And I just want to clarify one thing: like there are companies from US whose phone is 100% made in China. There are so-called companies, Indian companies, who buy phones from China, rebrand them, and sell them in India as Indian. We are actually more Indian than any of them because all our phones are made in India. Most of our TVs are made in India. Our power banks, many of the products are made in India, and not just made in India, but even components are locally sourced. So we are actually more Indian than most of them.
Yes, but apart from the boycott China sentiment due to COVID-19, it was also due to the aggression of Chinese forces on the actual line of control in the Ladakh area.
I, till now, I have not seen any signs, and I really hope that will not happen. I understand there's a sentiment on social media, but in reality, I don't think consumers will take this into account. Consumers are a lot more intelligent, and they will understand that as a result of this, like the call is vocal for local, and we are the most local smartphone. And that's a fact. There's no other smartphone company in the country which sources 65% of the components locally. There's no other smartphone company in India which has generated employment for 50,000 people in India. We are probably the highest taxpayer in the country. So if you look at it from every single angle, we are most local than anybody else.
But tell us, how do you deal? I mean, how does Xiaomi deal with a mass sentiment such as this?
Okay, so I think we'll have to think about it in two ways. One, uh, is there a sentiment on social media? Yes. Is there a mass sentiment for everyone? Maybe no. Uh, Let me elaborate. We had a Me Fan meet. We do this very regular Me Fan meets, and since the lockdown started, we have been doing them digitally. Last weekend, we met about 500 Me Fans, and of course, this topic was discussed, but this was not a major concern for everyone to come and buy a Xiaomi phone. If this was a concern, we wouldn't have sold 1 lakh Redmi earbuds, which the best selling brand sells in a quarter. We were able to meet that number in just 1 week. If you look at yesterday, we launched Mi Notebook 14 and 14 Horizon Edition. Just if you look at with any other company which has been selling laptops in India for last 5, 6, 10 years, and just compare the Google search trend of Mi Notebook 14, you will find today Mi Notebook 14 is probably 5x bigger than any other brand in the country. Yesterday on Google, the number one search trend across all topics, including COVID 19, Google in India, the number one search topic was Mi Notebook 14. Now, if there was a genuine concern regarding these, many of these things wouldn't be happening. So, yes, is there a backlash on social media? Yes. Is it impacting our business? I don't think so.
All right, Manu, thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you so much, Shibani. Please take care. Stay safe.
It is time for us to take a short break. On the other side of this break, we catch up with Sukesh Nayak, CCO at Ogilvy India, and speak to him about how they managed to come up with such interesting work during the time of the lockdown and what is Ogilvy India's unlock strategy in the coming days. Welcome back. You're watching Storyboard. At the start of the lockdown in March, we saw very few brands advertising, but as we progressed from one lockdown to the next and staying at home became a new normal, we slowly saw advertisers crawling back and engaging with the consumers with their advertising campaigns. Many agencies were actively working remotely to make this happen for brands. One such agency was Ogilvy. We saw some good work created for a range of clients by Ogilvy India. From Mask Force for the government to Wildcraft, from Asian Paints to Mondelez to name a few. How did they make it happen and how are they prepping for a comeback in this unlock period? We're getting these questions answered as we speak to Ogilvy's Sukesh Nayak. Sukesh, welcome to Storyboard.
Thank you, Shivani. Thank you for having me.
Tell us, how did you start streamlining the whole work when lockdown was announced?
I think it was just some great planning by the leadership team and everybody across India, and that really helped us to get into it way before I think anybody. In terms of having a studio being set up, having plans to move things out, having a plan to how will we work. So Harsha Kanaz and I had a planned scheduled catch up every week. And in fact, the joke is that we have spoken much more now than we had earlier when we were sitting in the same office. So, and the idea was to have ensure all the offices, which is Delhi, Bombay, Bangalore, and Calcutta, they all are up and running, and not just running but doing outstanding work. So it was a very good plan put together by the team, and that really helped us to get into it and to do the kind of work that we have managed to create in the last about 3 months that we've been out of office.
Sukesh, what were the things that you didn't take into account, and how were these initial level challenges fixed eventually?
It was Shivani. I think the honestly the answer is we learned a lot, and I think it is all about no one was prepared for this, and even our craft, even the skill sets we all just picked up along the way. And I think one example I would share is Asian Paints Saga Kuch
हर घर
Kehta Hai.
चुपचाप से ये
It
कहता
was a
है
conversation between
कि
Harshit Kanaz
आजकल
and I that
अंदर
we thought
ज्यादा
we could
कौन
do it.
रहता है,
That was in week one.
दीवारों
In
पर
four
लगी
days,
तस्वीरों
we
को
had
कौन
Piyush,
सीधा करता है,
recording it is in his
कौन
house,
बरसों
as a
बाद
story
फर्श पर
everyone
साथ बैठकर
most
खाना खाता
people
है,
know about it. And we had this,
चार कदमों में
you know,
स्कूल कौन
for the
जाता
first
है,
time we were doing remote shooting. You know how to do it.
कौन घर बैठे ही
Neha from
ऑफिस के
Cocoa is,
सारे काम
put
निपटाता
it
है,
together. We called people that we
और
knew,
आजकल
and
पुल
and
पर
the
200
quality
गप्पे
of
भी
the
लड़ाता
output
है,
was out there in 4 days or 5 days
कौन
time,
बैल्कनी में जिम
and
बनाता है,
everybody loved it. And then
ऑफिस का
it
एक
was a
मैनेजर
sequel to a very big,
किचन में
very hit
ट्रेनी बन
campaign,
जाता है,
and such was the demand for it.
बच्चों
They're going
को
to
अपने
create another
बचपन
one.
की
And the difference
नट खट
between the
कहानियां सुनाता
first
है।
and the second is in the craft.
एशियन पेंट्स
We
हर
understood
घर
how
चुपचाप से
to
ये कहता है
direct people
कि जब
in
सब घरें
15
हों
days
तो
time,
घर
little better.
खिलखिलाता रहता है।
Real people sitting in
स्टे
their
होम,
home,
स्टे सेफ।
operating their own phone cameras, and trying to shoot something. How to instruct, how to direct, how to tell them what to do, because most of them are not actors. So I think we picked up a lot of skill sets and how to make things better. And I think by the end of month one, we were creating work that looked like any other work that we were doing when we were in office. So everybody was willing to learn and upskill themselves, and then just get things to look like and to feel
Hmm.
like as if they were done in real time.
You know, I've seen Ogilvy India come up with a wide range of campaigns for different kinds of clients, from Mask Force for the government to Wildcraft, from Asian Paints to Mondelez to the campaign created for Sony. All are different and unique in their own ways, with agency offices in a lockdown, and of course the production houses shut. How did you really get these campaigns executed? Can you just tell us the process from the inside to actually coming up with the campaign idea to the final execution?
First, big thank you to all our partners for their partnership. I think the speed and the ability to believe in each other and to be able to reach out to each other just cut the entire process time to literally nothing. Okay. I think we trust each other, and across all the brands that you mentioned right now, and many other brands across India. I think everybody, including all our clients, our partners who make the stuff, we just broke the usual expected timelines. We were just not wasting time. We were just getting and doing things much faster, much quicker, and taking calls, taking decisions at a speed that have never been done before, because we knew exactly what we wanted to do. We also defined what is the role of this communication. Is it to handhold? Is it to assure? Is it to and in in the later stage right now when we're doing work, it is to reassure people. Like in the case of Asian Paints right now, which campaign's gone on. So Asian Paints has been a journey from handholding, or a Tata Sky, which was handholding, which at the very beginning again. Or you said Mass Force. You remember, most of these campaigns have a very different role to play. So we were very clear about what role we had to play, and I think the speed at which the decision was taken was just remarkable, and that is what made things happen and happen so well. So I'll take Asian Paints as an example just to explain better.
हर घर चुपचाप
Asian
से ये
Paints Saga Kuch
कहता
Kehta
है
Hai was people
अच्छा
shooting
लगता
in
है
their homes. The
जब
first film
सब
that I
कोई
told you
अंदर
about
रहता है,
was pretty much
कोई
like,
मेरे कानों
guys,
पर
can we
लगे
do this
ताले
and can
उतार
we shoot
रहा
it and
है,
send it to us?
अगर
By
जालिम
the time the
जमीन
second film
धूल
came,
निकाल
we had
रहा
drawn
है,
storyboards. Okay,
कोई
we
मेरे
had drawn
पैरों तले
storyboards.
जमीन
We
पर
also
सर
learned
लौटा
how
रहा
to
है,
use a phone
कोई
camera
खुद
and
को
what
नहीं
speed to shoot on.
मुझको संवार
So we
रहा
were
है,
sending storyboards out
कोई
to the
शायद ये
people
कह
and
रहा है
giving them that
यहाँ
you
न
have to
कोई
create
चिंता
this shot,
न कोई
right?
डर
So
है,
a reference shot was created
आखिर
and sent to them.
ये मेरा
Okay.
ही तो घर
Now
है।
let's see the third example of
हर
Asian
घर
Paint, which
चुपचाप
was
से ये
the
कहता है
painter reassurance film, which was
अच्छा
that was
लगता
a
है
real
जब
couple,
सब कोई
actor
अंदर
couple,
रहता है,
shooting themselves in their home and we directing them remotely. So by now we had
स्टे
reached to
होम,
using
स्टे
a
सेफ,
couple,
एशियन
actor couple,
पेंट्स।
who were shooting a film for us, but we were remote. We were sitting at home, and so we're directing them on a Zoom call.
Hmm.
Take the fourth project, which is with Manoj Pava and his wife, amazing actors. Again, them at home, Prasoon being remote, and by that time we had, broken it down. That's why I said by the time we came to to now, I mean, in current scenario, we are doing storyboards, we are enacting stuff, we are sending out to people how to do it, and we have also learned how to instruct or direct or help people or actors who are, for example, in today's time in some locations live over the camera and a DOP shooting. So what has happened is that as the time went by, if you remember what I said in the very beginning, that we also learned and understood how to direct people over a call, over a video call. And if you have great actors sitting across you, they obviously get it faster. If you have real people, then it takes a little more time because they have to, get comfortable, and then they are able to do it better. So it was a learning process on Shivani. It was a great learning process. But the main thing that made all the work happen was reduction of the time that was usually needed for a campaign or an idea or any problem to be solved, because
Yeah,
things were
that's a good
just
thought.
because things are happening so fast that okay, I have opened up a market right now and I have this problem. How do you solve it? So I know I have already or I'm going to do this, I'm going to launch a brand right now in this time of the market. What do you do about it? Because this is not a normal scenario right now. So I think each problem was unique. Each solution had to be catering to that problem, and we had to use any form of idea that could, from packaging to a film or to an audio or whatever was required. We I think if you've seen a work from Bangalore office coming on Hindu, I think I love it because it's great print. It's just fantastic print work coming out from Bangalore. Some amazing digital work coming from Delhi office. So every office of ours has managed to put such a great body of work that we are very, very proud that we've been able to create this for all our partners together.
Sukesh, can you give us an insight into how is Ogilvy unlocking? Are people coming back to office? When do you see, the operations or the agency functioning in full capacity in the coming days or coming months?
Okay, so as of now, we have Bangalore and Delhi first in line to open. And as you know, our global, you've already interviewed Mark. I think our global policy is very simple. We will open office based on, when the government says okay to go. And then we have the percentage of people coming in. But the most important thing what Mark said, if you feel comfortable, then only you come to office. If you don't feel comfortable, then you don't come to office. And I think that's a very remarkable statement to have. Again, I think people policy. Uh, we can do. We are in a business. We can create our work remotely, and we have managed to do so, which we have done with the work that we have done. We have shown that. So we are very concerned about our people, and we will make sure that whatever we do, they must feel comfortable first before they take any decision. So right now the plan is Bangalore and Delhi first in line because those two cities have opened up. But like you rightly said, Bombay probably will, the way things are, when the government decides, we have a checklist and we have plans in place. After a certain amount of days, when the government opens up, there are processes to be done, and then only we open our office, and that too, it's opened up for a small percentage. And most importantly, again, if they feel like coming, then they come. If they don't feel like coming, absolutely fine, stay home.
All right, Sukesh, thank you so much. Thanks for speaking to us.
Thank you, Shibani. Thank you for inviting me again.
And now it's time for this week's notice board. And today we have a TVC for Fortune Chakki Fresh Atta featuring brand ambassador Akshay Kumar. Produced by Dharma Productions, in the ad, Akshay plays the role of an army officer. The film seamlessly communicates the synergy between product promise of soft roti and mother brand promise Ghar Ka Khana. Let's take a look.
The first thing is that since last 5 years, Adani Wilmar Limited has been moving itself from an edible oil company to a food company. And we had launched rice and besan and dal, but the biggest staple is wheat. And we felt that we must be in the wheat flour segment. You are aware that the per capita consumption of wheat flour is around 50 kilo per head per annum. And only 10% is branded today. The total market size of wheat flour is enormous. It's around 40 million ton, and only 4 million ton is branded. There was a gap in the entire brands that is available, and the national brands only we have one brand in national brand today, truly speaking. So we felt there's a gap, and Fortune as a brand was a fit for it. So we went into making atta, and as you know, we started around 6-7 months back, and then we felt that we need a television campaign, and we have Akshay. So we said that let's go ahead with the television campaign. Now, This ad, as you see, is a very interesting ad. Atta is a very mundane product. It is not something very exciting. It is used every day, and the housewife knows what is good or bad of a atta. Two things we have seen that consumers look at it. One is the softness, and another is the aroma. These two things actually make a lot of difference between two brands of atta, and we went ahead selecting the best wheat and combination, because you see, it's not only one wheat that you can just mill and make atta. You need a combination, either sharbati in it or little lokwan in it and grade 1. So all these things add some sweetness, some aroma, and makes it a truly great wheat flour. And that is why we like that roti. So that is how we have come into it. This campaign was made humorous.
With that, it's a wrap on Storyboard this week. You can catch all of our content on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back same time next week. See you soon.